Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Small Business Social, the podcast where we celebrate makers, dreamers, and doers building big things in their communities. I'm Kara Varikis.
And I'm Steve Seymour.
And we're here to shine a light on small business owners and experts who inspire us all. So this episode is brought to you by Seymour Media, helping small businesses thrive with commercial photography and video, and the Bristol Bazaar, your go-to spot for the perfect gift. Today we're with Lauren from Seven Continents. I'm so excited. Thank you for being here.
I already sniffed her.
So for anybody who doesn't know, I'm going to throw it over to her to introduce herself and tell her about all the amazing things that you're up to. But as you can see, for anyone who is watching with us right now, you can see her beautiful display of candles. And what do we have? We have wax melts, candles, room sprays.
Yes.
Diffusers?
And car air fresheners.
Yeah.
Or mini diffusers, as I call them.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've got all of the good smelling stuff.
I'm so excited. Okay, so yeah, please introduce yourself. I feel like I could say a million great things about you, and I don't want to cut you off. So go ahead, you go.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren Surcott. I am owner and founder of Seven Continents. I have home fragrance, including candles, wax melts, car air fresheners, linen and room sprays. What else do I have? Yeah, and mini candles, all of the good smelling stuff. And the name comes from the fact that I'm a humongous travel addict.
I was going to wonder about that.
Yeah. So when I came up with the candles, actually, they started out as Christmas gifts in December of 2023. I like to do DIY stuff for Christmas gifts because I don't have a ton of money to spend on lots of gifts yet.
Right.
I'm going to be a millionaire someday.
Yeah.
But I also like to learn a new skill or things like that. Like this past Christmas, I did like shower steamers just for fun
Nice.
because I love shower steamers. But the Christmas before, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do candles. I want to just for fun. And then I had leftover wax, and then people were asking me for certain scents. And I was like, okay, all right. And I was having fun with it. And then people were like, you should sell this. And I'm like, no, I don't need another business at the time. I still have this business, but I'm a social media consultant.
Oh, is that what you are? Okay, I was going to ask you
now
what you are.
formerly,
yeah.
because this is all I do now.
Well, at least you got the background to market yourself.
That has been super helpful in marketing and branding of this business. But I was brainstorming over the winter when I was trying to figure out whether or not to have this business. And it just all fell into place. I'm like, it has to be travel related because everyone knows me for loving travel, always going everywhere. I've been to over 30 countries, 6 out of 7 continents.
I can't even get out of Connecticut. Seriously, I'm not joking.
And so it just felt natural and normal for me to do that. And I was like, I was trying to brainstorm names and I was like, ooh, maybe this, maybe this. I had friends and family help me try to come up with names and nothing felt right. And then one day I was walking and I was like, 7 continents.
I love it.
It sounds clean. It sounds almost luxurious. It's easy to say. It's not too long.
Right.
I was like, I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's memorable. Yep.
That's where 7 continents.
I love it. Love
so
the
cool.
name.
Yeah.
And so, every scent is tied to a location around the world.
That's amazing. And I remember seeing, so Laura and I went to high school together for like a hot second.
Yes.
So we both went to Sacred
What are
Heart.
you bringing all your classmates? What's going on?
I can't help they all happen to be entrepreneurial.
Yeah, that's true.
But I remember seeing you posting. I was so envious. I was so excited for you for all your traveling and all the cool things. And then we reconnected and you had launched this and it's just been booming. You have truly knocked it out of the park in every sense of the word with your branding, with if you're still doing your loyalty program.
Yes.
With the passport?
Yes, more or less.
Okay.
It's, I kind of still do it. I honor that loyalty program, but I do want to make it more digital.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work all the time because like I'm in the Bristol Bazaar or I'm in a bunch of stores and I can't do the loyalty program that way. So I want to make it digital.
That makes total
more
sense. Yeah.
But for those who don't know, the loyalty program, it's this little card
It's beautiful.
that it looks like it's meant to look like it's a mix between like a passport, but it's one card that's the size of a plane ticket.
Oh.
And on the back, you get stamps, but they're stickers from every scent that you try.
Oh,
And
that's a
you
great
collect
idea.
the stamps, and then after you do 7 purchases of 7 full-size thing. So a full-size candle or a full-size room spray, you get the 8th product free because 7 continents, 7
Right.
things.
Nice.
I love
I
it.
tried to tie all of that in together.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So, okay, so you mentioned quickly how you're in a ton of locations. Talk to the listeners a little bit about that. I feel like you're one of our first guests who could really talk about wholesaling and that experience and just what you're living too, like what your days are looking like.
Yeah. So right now my days are I literally wake up somewhere between like 7:30 and 8, and then I work and I'm pouring or I'm doing admin or I'm delivering to stores or whatever it is. Every day is different, but I'm always
Sure.
pouring. And I pretty much go to bed till like 10:30, between
Yeah.
10:30 and midnight, and it's 7 days a week because
Sure.
on the weekends I'm doing pop-ups and events, showcasing my products, selling my products, and so it's just a 7-day. I mean,
It's a grind.
yeah, it's a
is a
grind
true
right
grind.
now. Yeah, and if we're talking about wholesale,
Yeah.
I wanted to get into stores pretty quickly because I was like, I want to expand. I want to see what actual customers from other stores are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I started with one of the first places was the Bristol Bazaar and getting a shelf. But also I went on Fair, and I know a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people know about Fair, but for those who don't know about
I
Fair,
don't know about it, so
So
school
yeah,
me.
do you know Etsy?
Yes.
So Fair is like Etsy, but for makers like me to put your products up there, and for boutiques and gift shops and what have you, to find your products and buy them at wholesale prices so that they can resell in their stores.
Oh, I see.
It's a wholesaling website.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. I learn something new every day.
It looks kind of like Etsy, but not
Yeah.
really. It's different, but that's the most similar thing that most people know about.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And it's called Fair, and it has been really great for my business. I don't put all my products on Fair because it doesn't make sense at wholesale prices.
Right.
But I took advantage, and I actually took this advice from another candle maker who I found on YouTube. I think her name is Memory Box Candle Co. She has great resources on YouTube about candle making and this and that, and just candle businesses in general. And she gave the tip to get onto Fair right before their biannual sales. So they have one big sale in July and one big sale in January. And so if you get onto Fair before that sale, and it could take a couple weeks, it could take a month for you to get approved on there. Get your stuff up there, sign up for the sale. And this is exactly what I did. I got onto Fair, signed up to sell my products with the sale. Fair matches plus 5%.
Huh.
So like if I put my products 5% discount on Fair, they did 5% on top of that.
Oh,
They
wow.
paid for that.
Well,
So because I was new, they already throttle your profile into the algorithm and promote it more because you're new.
so does this cost money to be on there? Or
It's free to be on there, but they take a commission,
okay, what's their commission?
15%,
15%. Okay.
and then a processing fee, which you have 3 choices on
Is that per
processing.
transaction?
Yes.
Okay.
And then every new sale, every new client you come in, like their first one is plus $10, but after that first $10, if they reorder, it's just the 15%
Oh, okay.
commission.
Oh, I
You
see.
also do have Fair Direct, which is you give your direct link to retailers and there's no commission taken out. It's
Oh,
just a
that's great.
processing fee.
Ooh.
That makes sense because they're not marketing it on your behalf to
Right.
get these customers. You're doing that work.
Right.
That makes total sense.
Right.
Okay.
So with the sale, plus being a new profile, my profile was just throttled and promoted to so many people. And I got a ton of wholesale business within the first 2 to 3 months on Fair.
Wow.
And that's what really started the wholesale thing for me.
Well,
And then
so
I kept up with that.
who's
yeah.
helping you with all this? Because she told me the amount of products that she has to make. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you doing this yourself?
I was up until recently. My mom is chief label officer.
Yeah.
And quality control manager.
Absolutely.
And she's actually retiring on Monday, and
my
she's going to start.
Oh, that's good.
Working
Gives
for
her
me.
something to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she's been helping me for a while.
And she can do that
but
from home, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's kind of.
We have a family friend who's also retired who has been coming over 2-3 times a week.
So you're
and
going to have basically
an.
an elderly sweatshop.
Oh God.
People are volunteering, but I do give them perks here and there. And then I
Yeah.
will pay them at some point, but they've already told me they don't want the money.
No.
Okay.
Really?
They're there
Oh,
for- they're
it's
there to help.
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky.
Yeah.
And then I have friends that come and help whenever they can because
That's
I'm working around the clock and trying to
Well, the
make
good
things
thing
happen.
is by smelling those, they basically sell themselves.
yes.
Thank-
Honestly, no,
Yeah.
they do. I mean,
Agreed.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now.
The Vermont apple pie one is sitting here just staring.
There's one
at me.
apple pie in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look at
Oh,
that
I didn't
top
even
right.
get to that bad boy. I
I
got
only
like,
gave you the fresh stuff.
yeah. She asked me what I liked. I said the clean smell, but
Oh, not me. I'm everything like
oh, the apple.
fruity,
I didn't even
food
see the apple
smelling.
pie.
Yeah, huh?
Oh,
I've got
man.
apple pie. I've got a maple one. Witching hour in Salem has plum.
It's the perfect timing for it.
Yeah.
it is.
I had to bring my fall.
What's the witching
Yeah.
hour? What's that smell like?
That is plum, sandalwood, and smoke and leaves, but it's mostly like this deep plum.
That's
How do you come
nice.
up with these experiments or?
So I do a combination of things. I come across fragrance oils, and I'm like, this reminds me of this place.
So what do you get? Little samples of each, and then
Yeah.
you. Okay, I
Most
see.
fragrance oil companies give you like 1 ounce or 2 ounce, and you buy them.
Right, at a
and
minimal
I-
cost. Yeah.
Exactly. And I now have a library of probably over 600 samples.
Wow.
Just because, first of all, it's an addiction, but also because I'm always trying to find the right scent and I'm mixing things and this and that. And I want to make sure that I'm staying true to the location because most of the locations that I have on the candles are places that I've actually been.
Okay, so all on each candle is all the ingredients come from that location, or is there basically one ingredient from that location and then you add stuff to it?
It's a mixture of so for example, I have the cottage on Martha's Vineyard.
Yep.
Bergamot doesn't come from Martha's Vineyard, but when you think of Martha's Vineyard,
Right.
you think of cottages, you think of houses, you think
Okay.
of the upper class, you think of a summer vacation, you think fresh, you think white.
Gotcha.
And that was the scent that I think I captured
Right.
in the
Right.
cottage on Martha's Vineyard. And it is my bestseller.
Have you found, and maybe this is, I don't know if this even makes total sense, but as we're talking about the locations and the scents and everything, have you found through Fair or social media or, in general with your sales, are you finding that people from these particular areas are buying certain scents or is it is? I thought that was kind of a weird question. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So wholesale, absolutely.
Okay.
If they are in a location, like I'm in 2 locations on cottage on Martha's Vineyard, not in a cottage,
Wow.
but I'm
Like,
sure people
wow,
buy it and bring it
damn.
back to their cottage. But I'm in a bookstore there, and I'm in a flower shop, and that was
They love
what drew them to the product.
Sure.
But I also we can get into SEO, but when you have your title as cottage on Martha's Vineyard, and people are boutiques are looking for gifts for Martha's Vineyard, that comes up
sure.
as a match.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's how a lot of them are finding.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
love that.
I
I was
totally
kind of
believe that.
hoping that's where that was going to go, but I wasn't really sure.
But also customers too, though.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I have a house in the Berkshires. I have a Berkshires candle, and or I have.
You got a Bristol candle?
Not yet. Not yet.
Can you make us a custom scent?
Oh,
That'd be
gosh.
great.
That
I
could
do
be
that.
Interesting.
2026.
Smells like
I'm doing
money.
more custom.
Smells like money.
Money.
No.
I should have. So I did a collaboration with the Happy Hour Hunter.
Yeah, I was
who's
gonna
a
ask about that.
She's a local content creator in Connecticut. She does happy hour content, food blogging, lifestyle. She's great. She's a hardworking.
That's the one that I liked, right? Is that
Yeah,
the
you
one?
did
Yeah,
like this
that's
one
the
is called Mystic Gorley.
That's what I'm buying today.
Gorley is her term, and it really means girlies, but even more than that. And she has another candle called Invoice Scent, and it's cherry scented.
That's
and
perfect.
It's dedicated. The inspiration behind the scent name was for the content creators, the videographers, the people, the influencers out there that are making sure that they're paid the fair amount, but also just recognizing you're working hard and you are getting paid for your worth.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's tremendous. I love that as a partnership. I love that people are finding you through, through Fair and through different events. You were saying you're doing pop-ups and stuff like that. So how, I know that world. I've lived in that world, but
Yes.
maybe some of our listeners have or haven't lived that. So if you could explain, a little bit more about how that's been, what you have coming up, because we're in fair season right now. I know you're preparing for something that's much bigger than your typical fair as well. If you feel comfortable diving into that with everyone as well.
Yeah, so on my website, you can find all the events that I'm doing. But this past year, I have been doing events since April, almost every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, every weekend. And this coming weekend is the Monroe Apple Festival.
Oh, great.
And then I literally come home on Sunday, unload my car, and then load it up, and I'm going to my first trade show.
That's a big deal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's such a
Trade
big
shows
deal.
you can do pretty good.
I hope. I'm like really, really nervous.
Where's the trade show?
It is in Foxborough, Mass. It's called New England Made. It's all New England makers.
Amazing.
And I went to the one in Portland just as a guest to try to figure out, is this something I want to do?
Right.
What does it take to be in a trade show? Because a trade show booth is different from your typical pop-up where you're trying to sell as many products as possible.
Right.
Versus a trade show, it's like fair in real life with a really well-designed booth. You have buyers coming, looking at your stuff, being introduced to your brand. And so I've been like scrambling to make sure that I have everything.
Yeah, because
and
those
I'm
trade shows,
excited.
you can hook up with the right people, and next thing you know,
I'm hoping.
you made an order
'cause-
for 40,000 candles.
Right?
You never know.
Imagine.
Yes, but like also
What do you mean
no.
not gonna? I was gonna say you already have your hands full, but yeah,
That-
we're gonna need more grandmas.
Yes.
That just sounds like such an undertaking because when you're creating I say just your regular booth for a fair, I mean, a lot goes into that in terms of banners and colors and your tent style and your tables and your layout. So I can only imagine what goes into, planning and designing something on the trade show scale. I mean, I did it, but that was many moons ago for like a parking technology company, which is really not as exciting as things that are handmade.
Super fun.
Yeah. So when I heard that you were doing that, I just got so excited for you. And I feel like your products really speak for themselves, but being able to have you there is going to be so, so monumental and such a great experience. What are you most, I guess, excited for? I don't want to talk about things that make you nervous, but what makes you most excited?
Actually talking about it will hopefully help less nerves, but I am showcasing all of my New England scents. That's apparent because it's a New England makers trade show. So I want to make sure, I'm assuming, and I know also that New England buyers from boutiques all over New England and probably maybe even like Pennsylvania and, maybe down the East Coast as well are coming. So I'm showcasing all of that. I'm showcasing my holiday, which is not out for customers, but it is for wholesale because they're going to be looking forward to buying holiday.
Oh, yeah.
If they haven't already. Not some people have already bought stuff, but I know a lot of smaller boutiques haven't yet. They're kind of just taking it month by month because right now it's tough, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I'm showcasing all of that along with my international scents, of course. All my best sellers.
Good.
What I think maybe people are looking for, and
When you travel, do you go by yourself, or what is this? I mean, like, how do you? Do you just say, "Hey, I want to go to Europe" or whatever? How does this come about?
yeah, so I've traveled solo. My first solo trip was Australia, which I was like, if I'm going
One of
solo,
the farthest places you can be.
yeah, I was like, if I'm going solo, I'm gonna just
New Zealand
dive in.
is my dream trip, but I'm never gonna go there. It takes too long. But
It's a long
You went by
flight.
yourself?
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
What made you want to do that?
Well, I thought I was going to be a travel blogger, and there was a travel blogging conference in
cool.
Sydney, or no, Melbourne. And I was like, the stars kind of aligned. I had I'm a kind of woo-woo, so like there was a horoscope that was like, there's going to be an upcoming trip, you should do it. And then I found a cheap flight from Hartford to Sydney round trip for $700.
Oh my gosh.
And
It's
I was
nothing.
like, okay,
When
we're
was that?
doing
Back
this.
in 1926?
Well, if you're looking for cheap flights, I will find you one because I only go when there are cheap flights.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I always
But yeah,
wanted to go there.
I go by myself. I go with my mom. I go with my boyfriend. I've gone with friends in the past. It's really kind of cool. I went with my, at the time, 50-something-year-old chiropractor. She really wanted to go to Dubai, and I was going to go by myself. And she's like, can I
So you went
come?
to
I was like,
Dubai?
yeah.
Oh,
Was it as beautiful as everyone says it is?
So funny enough, I didn't think I was gonna like it because I love Europe. I love that old school charm
Right.
and all the architecture. And I'm like, Dubai is this futuristic city.
Yeah, right.
No, I loved it.
Everyone
Yeah?
says
I
they do.
loved it.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's all
it's-
high end stuff, though, huh?
Yeah, I am not bougie like that. And so, but it was fun to like witness. Like you saw these expensive cars right outside the Dubai Mall.
Yeah, they're
And, like, it
taxi
was
cabs for like
nothing.
Lamborghinis.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And that's true. It's
That's
totally
true.
true.
Wow.
They have like
I
a
wouldn't fit in there.
they have like a whole desert of old Lamborghinis that were abandoned.
Oh wow.
That's crazy,
I
isn't
had
it?
no idea.
It's really cool to witness.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
We
really
could have
cool.
bought some candles up there and marked them up by like 500%. And
Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
You could.
I need
honestly.
one like Dubai prince or something to like
Right?
love my candle
my
or
God.
something.
You never
Exactly.
know. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, circling back to your show that's coming up, can people or these buyers, do they book appointments with you? Can they? Do they just come in and you just kind of sit with them on a whim?
So this particular trade show, I don't know anybody that's taking appointments.
Okay.
Maybe other people are, but this trade show doesn't do
Okay.
appointments unless that's your business model, I guess. But it's just kind of like an indoor pop-up, but for buyers.
Got it.
And they are just walking through and going from booth to booth,
Got
looking
it.
at my booth and my products.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Well,
Something.
after it happens, you'll have to let us know how it goes. So we could
Yeah.
maybe we'll have you back on so you could talk about, the
Yeah.
experience if you
Yeah.
would recommend it for
Well,
people.
you should vlog it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. That's
Might
a lot
as well,
to add
right?
on
All you gotta do is
too.
whip
I
out
would
your phone.
love to. I mean, I'm going to post about it, of course, but
Yeah.
taking video and editing, I mean, you understand that it's a lot, and I literally have no time to do that now. So,
Oh my god.
I got a guy. No.
Yeah.
well, maybe I need to outsource.
And I
So,
got a girl too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have your regular stores, you have your fairs, and now you have this huge event coming up. What I don't know. Is this like what your envision was when you decided that this is going to be it? Like as a business owner, I mean, you were a business owner before, you're an entrepreneur. Is that kind of what you envisioned?
when I decided that I was going to make a candle business and this is now my third business, I was like, I'm going all
What were
in.
your other ones?
My first one was a music blog and t-shirt company. I went around with like Warped Tour bands
So
for a
fun.
while. That was fun. But I also had a full-time job on top of it, and I ran my health into the ground and said, I was like, if I ever
That
have
usually happens. Yeah.
yes, many people understand that. I said, if I ever have another business, I will not work full-time. I either just do the business or I am still in corporate. It's either or.
And do you
Yeah.
have something to fall back on though?
I can go back into social media
You
consulting.
can. Okay, because some people when they start small businesses, they're like, "Well, I still have to pay my bills, but I'm scared to take that dive." And either do they have a spouse or a family
Right.
member that they can fall back on to pay the bills. So
I can, yeah. I've had previous clients ask, "Are you still consulting?" And I'm like, I
Oh.
literally don't have time.
Yeah. Well, it's nice that
Yeah.
they're still there to support you, if needed. And but it doesn't sound like it's needed at the moment.
No, I'm all in. And when
Yeah.
I came up with Seven Continents, I was like, you know what? If I'm doing it, I'm doing it all the way. I'm looking at this as at one day it's going to be $1 million business, and that's how I'm going to envision
Yeah.
and make it happen. And so that's just every decision I make is with that long-term vision in mind that it's going to be $1 million business.
I think that's
I
huge.
think it's gonna be 10 times that.
Yeah. I mean,
serious.
at the rate you're going,
Have you,
and
you smelled those candles?
yeah, we have them in the store, and customers love them. They buy them on repeat. They love them. So I can't say enough good things about the product.
Yeah,
in
why don't you
general.
tell people give them all your information, your website and
Yeah,
socials
how people
and all
can
that stuff.
where they
How
can
they
shop
get a
from
hold of
you,
you?
and yeah.
Yeah, so my website, I have an online Shopify store. It's sevencontinents.shop. I'm on Instagram at sevencontinentsshop. I have a TikTok. I haven't really posted there, but I will next year. That's
I know,
next year's goal.
I keep doing the same. There's so many different platforms. It's like a full-time job just posting,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's why people used to hire me as a social media consultant
Right,
because I would
exactly.
take that on. And now I need to hire someone like me,
Isn't that pretty sad?
previous
Yeah,
me,
yeah, exactly.
to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and then you can, all the locations, I'm in over 100 stores nationwide in 30 states. you can find all those locations on my website too. If you go
Perfect.
into the footer of my website, it says locations and they're all listed there.
Wow, it's pretty impressive. Wow.
amazing.
I'm very impressed, actually.
know.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's not an easy business to get into either.
No, it's
You
such
have
a
to be
flooded
good at what you
market.
do. Yeah, but obviously the packaging is a huge thing. The smell obviously is a huge thing. And the sparkling personality is usually
That's right.
does it.
That's right. That could make or break.
It does.
I truly believe in that.
It's also a lot of hustle.
yes.
Yeah.
So I didn't just do fair. I also, during the off season, the slow season, I was emailing 100 stores a week.
Wow.
Holy cow.
So you're really diving into, like I heard you talk about SEO before. So when you're saying you're doing admin, when you're not pouring and doing events and all the other millions of things that come along with your business, so when you're looking at admin things, those are some of the things you're looking at, right? So what are keywords that people are searching for? How do you update your website? How do you optimize your social media to make
Yep.
sure that that's working in your favor? Are there other things that have popped up or that have you've started to really work on that you maybe they caught you by surprise or you didn't think you were going to be spending as much time working on them as you are?
I think you stumped her.
I know I didn't.
No,
mean to.
there. I feel like there's a lot of things because what's funny is I was never a candle person.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So when I have asthma, and when
Just drop that nugget in
so
here.
I have,
Throw that right in
I
there.
have asthma, and so when I was younger, there were only a few major brands out there, and I could not step foot in those stores.
Wow.
Oh, it was that bad, huh?
Yeah,
Holy cow.
and as time went on, or maybe it was like a super small niche that nobody really ever knew about, but there's other waxes like soy wax, coconut wax,
Right.
apricot wax, olive oil
What
wax,
do you use?
beeswax.
What kind of wax do you use?
100% American soy. It burns clean
Yep.
as long as you're cutting your wick.
I
obviously.
learned that myself.
Yes, yes.
Like I say, I was telling her I made one batch of candles, and all my
Oh.
equipment is in the closet now because I.
Oh, no.
No, that I loved it. It was great, but it is hard what she does because she has to make these scents up, and it takes time.
Yeah.
Never mind marketing and all that stuff. I tried it. I was like, I made some for myself, and then I gave up. You know what I mean? So-
But it's fun.
no, it's great. It's awesome. I did it with my granddaughter, and I loved it,
Oh,
but I
that's
just couldn't
cool.
keep doing it. But yeah, it's definitely it takes a toll on you.
Yeah, and that's also something that I've had to get used to over the past year and a half of having this business is as a social media consultant, I was able to do it from anywhere. I
Oh,
just needed
sure.
my laptop and my phone.
Right.
I could travel, and now I'm tied to a physical location because I have to make my stuff in a physical space.
Where do you make? Where do you make your stuff?
In my apartment.
Yeah.
That's probably
That's
not even
probably-
this big.
No. If-
Although
if, If you have a spot, I would do this if I had the room in my house.
Yeah.
Why pay rent if you don't have to? You know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? Extra rent, shall I say?
But I am moving into my mom's finished basement, which is much bigger
Much
because I
bigger, I'm
need
sure.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's even that is almost not big enough, but it's better than my tiny apartment.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've lived that when we did the whole thing with Dusty Dude, and we had everything in where Eric was living at the time in his friend's basement. We were like, okay, so we moved to now my in-laws' unfinished side of their basement.
Yeah.
and we said the same thing. We're like, well, it's not the size that we need it to be, but it's better than. And so you'll be there for a year or two, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe, and then you'll be ready.
Yeah.
you'll be ready for that next step. So
Yeah.
that's totally like a natural, normal thing.
Yeah,
but it's
I
also
would-
exciting.
I would love to have a warehouse and a storefront. And that's like the
Yes.
long-term vision,
Yeah.
of course. I'm just not financially there yet.
That takes time. That takes
Yeah,
time.
because you have to basically when you get to that point, you have to. I would suggest save up enough money for a year's worth of rent just in case it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
and be prepared to lose that money. Just you know what I mean.
That's a really good tip.
Yeah, so that's what I do. I
Yeah.
always have a year's worth of lease payments, and I don't touch that money just in case something happens. You know what I mean? It sucks giving all that money back, but if you
Yeah.
do lose it, but at least you have a safety net.
Yeah.
So if there's anyone that you can, any advice you can give anyone who's starting off, not necessarily in the candle business, but as far as like marketing yourself and diving into the stuff that you do, what can you give them?
The biggest piece of advice that I think I could give is just go for it, even if it's a no.
Mm-hmm.
You never know down the line. You never know what you can learn from that. You never know what could come out of it. Like, don't limit yourself.
Don't get in your own way either.
Yeah, don't get in your
Yeah.
own way. Don't limit yourself. You just never know what could happen. If it's meant to happen, it will come to you. And just try anything and everything. And then when you find what works, just keep doing what works and get rid of what doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't get discouraged because something doesn't work out, because there is other avenues you can go to within either doing the same thing, or you, like you said, you fall into things that you didn't expect you to be doing, you know.
Yeah.
You said you weren't thinking about doing candles, and next thing you know, you're
Yeah.
on top of the world.
Yeah, yeah, and you never, like, even if it gets tabled, you might come back to it at a
Yeah.
certain point. Like, there were scents last year that I did that were okay. They didn't perform well, and I brought them back this year. And like, one of them is Connecticut strawberries, which is smells like
Yeah.
strawberries and cream. And last year it wasn't super popular. I was like, let me just give it another shot. And
Right.
it's been a really popular sell this past summer.
So
And
interesting.
same thing with wax melts. Wax melts for me last year, it was really, really slow to start. And I'm like, maybe wax melts aren't my thing.
Yeah.
I kept with it. And now, like, I was just doing inventory today and I'm like, I'm out of all of these scents already. and I poured a month ago, and I pour like in big batches for wax
Oh,
melts.
you do? Okay.
And I'm like, oh, this will last me a few months. It lasted not even a month. So you just never know. You got to give it a second shot sometimes.
Yeah.
Who does the labeling? You?
I come up with the labels, and now my mom is chief label officer.
But you design them though, right?
Yes, yeah.
Because I like a nice, clean
Thank you.
design. Yeah, I like that. It's definitely nice. Hey, you got any further questions for her?
No, I don't think so. I feel like
I
we
learned a lot. I'll
covered-
tell you that.
Yeah.
I might have to bust out the old candle wax stuff. Not to, like, I'm going to compete with you. Yeah, right.
Please do.
No, hell no. I'm buying those. So why would I do the work when you know what you're doing? It'll take me like 30 times just to get a decent candle. But yeah, definitely.
You never know.
Yeah.
You really never
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a fun thing about small business and entrepreneurship in general is you never know. Probably when we met in high school, I clearly didn't know what my path was ever going to be in life. I never thought I'd own two businesses ever. And it just kind of fell into place by, again, trial and error, like you were just saying, and I wouldn't change it for anything. So
Yeah.
I think that what you said was like you hit the nail perfectly on the head.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Cool. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning into Small Business Social. A huge thank you to you, truthfully, for taking time out of your very busy schedule with everything you have going on to be here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
one more time. Where can they find your
yes,
stuff?
yes.
One more
yes.
time. One more time. Let's
Well,
pump it up.
thank you for having me. Thank you. And you can find me on my website, sevencontinents.shop. And also my Instagram is at 7 Continents Shop. There's no dots or anything. It's just 7 Continents Shop.
Okay.
And then you can find me popping up everywhere all over Connecticut. And now also I'm expanding outside of the state. I was just in Vermont. I'm going to Massachusetts.
It's disgusting.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
You can find me somewhere or in a store somewhere, I hope. Yeah.
Yes. And on any of our social media that's talking about Lauren and 7 Continents, we are going to tag her social accounts. So be sure to give her a follow. Reach out to her if you have any questions, but definitely visit her website. It's full of really great information. Can't recommend it enough. So
Thank you.
if you loved today's episode, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We've got more amazing small business owners and experts coming your way. Until next time, keep supporting small and spreading big ideas.